morning. Today in this math station we are going to be adding decimals using our favorite base 10 blocks. So I've got my flat, that's going to represent my ones place. So if I've got my decimal written out like so, this is my ones place. Ones is going to be my flat. This is my tenths place, which is going to be my rod here. And then my hundredths place is going to be my cube. Hundredths, excuse me. All right, so for example, if I had 1 and 87 hundredths, how that would look is I've got my flat, then how many rods would I need? 8, you got it. 4, 6, 7, 8. Got my 8 rods here, and then how many cubes would I need? 7, you're exactly right. Okay, so I've got 6 and 7. So that's 1 and 87 hundredths represented in my base 10 blocks as a decimal. So this decimal is represented as 1 and 87 hundredths. So how do we add, you ask? Well, let's take a look at our handout, and I've got a problem on there. We've got Sally is training for a marathon. Sally's training for a marathon, and she is running, and in her first week of training she ran 3 and 25 hundredths miles on Tuesday and 4 and 68 hundredths miles on Thursday. So she ran twice that week. She ran 3 and 25 hundredths and 4 and 68 hundredths. Sally wants to record how many total miles she ran. So she wants to know the total of these two. So what are we going to do? Add, you're exactly right. We are going to find the sum of 3 and 25 hundredths plus 4 and 68 hundredths. So first I want to model each out. So I want to model my 3 and 25 hundredths. So I'm going to have my 3 flats representing my ones. I'm going to have my 2 rods representing my tenths. And then I'm going to have my 5 cubes representing my hundredths. Now I need to represent my 4 and 68 hundredths. So I'm going to have my 4 cubes laid out nice and neat across the bottom. Let's push it up so we can see. Then I'm going to have my 6 rods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rods, and then I'm going to have my 8 cubes representing my hundredths place. So I've got my flats representing my ones, my rods representing my tenths, and my cubes representing my hundredths. So I want to find the sum of all this. So what I basically want to do is combine all of this together and see what I get. So let's start with our hundredths first. So I'm going to combine my hundredths together. So I'm going to take these 8 and combine them up here with these 5. Let's count how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 10 of these with 3 left over. So I know when I have 10 cubes, what does that mean I need to do? Regroup, exactly. So I'm going to take all these 10s away. Whoops, I dropped a few. Take all these 10 cubes away, and I'm going to bring in a rod. And that leaves me with 3 cubes representing my hundredths place. So I'm just going to put a 3 under here in my hundredths place. Now what I want to do is combine my rods. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have a lot of rods. I have 9. But do I need to regroup if I only have 9? No, I need to regroup if I have a total of 10. So right now in my tenths place, I'll have 9. Don't forget to bring that decimal down in front of that tenths place. And I'm going to add my flats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 flats. So my base 10 blocks are telling me that I have 7 and 93 hundredths. let's double check our math here. Let's do it like we've done it before, where we line them up. 3 25/100 plus 4 68/100. So 5 plus 8, 13. Carry my 1. 2 plus 6 is 8. I need to add my 1. That's 9. Bring down my decimal. Do not forget to bring down that decimal. And then 3 plus 4 is 7. So these are the same answers that I've gotten using my base 10 blocks to add. And it's pretty simple. So what I do is I model each number, and then combine and regroup. Good luck. All right, guys, here's a few things to remember as we're adding with our base 10 blocks. Start first with combining your cubes or your hundredths, okay? I want to combine these first because if I need to regroup them, so if I have 10 of these, I need to regroup and they become a rod. They become now the tenths place. So I want to start with my hundredths because they are the smallest number that I have when I go to add my decimals. Starting with your hundredths. So remember, I'm combining my cubes first. Second, remember to regroup if you have 10 or more rods or cubes. So 10 or more cubes mean they become a rod. 10 or more rods mean they become a flat. If I have more than 10 flats, then I just write 11 or 12. So that would be my ones, okay? And 3, don't forget to bring down your decimal. Remember, the decimal comes after the ones place and before the tenths place. All right, have fun.